Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your mini cross general reading for December 2020. I'm a hot mess. I am. My grays are coming out. I'm a hot mess. But today's building day, and I'm going to be repainting my office and building some larger bookcases for myself. So, anyway, let me turn the camera around. I've already done some shuffling and meditation on the sign and glyph, and one card presented itself. As you can see it here. I don't know who that person was that was making fun of me using my timer. I replied back to you, but yes, I'm a Virgo. That's funny. So right in the center, the mini cross, and if you haven't seen this before or you haven't seen it in a long time, then I'll explain it. This card presented itself. It is the Knight of Coins, and so this is where we are right now at the moment. Okay. This is what we think we know or what we think will happen. Okay. Wow. This is what we know or what we are standing on at the moment. This card is the near or distant past. Okay. It's a mini cross now. And this is the near or distant future. Okay. Wow. Well, that's quite interesting to have this Hermit and this Judgment card down this straight line. So what is over the reading? Oh, well, it is the Lovers. Well, Virgo, what is happening? I don't know. Let's see. I have repeater numbers here. I have, for all intents and purposes, the Judgment is a 20. So doing the numerology, 2 plus 0 equals 2. So I have two twos here, so to speak. And I also have two nines here. So two twos speak to some type of partnership, engagement, proposal. All right. Two nines speak to a possible house move or change of address. But two nines also speak to, hold on, let me get it straight now because I'm all off this morning. I think it's the same thing for both. Let me see. See, that's why I got to paint my office, y'all, because I just got books laying around everywhere. It's ridiculous. The number of books that I have. And I'm always buying more. If I'm not buying books, then I'm buying plants and flowers. Okay, it's a disease. Okay, so two nines appear, yes, suggest a house move and a change and or change of address. And where's my, there it is, I see it. Here it is. I think it's in here. And the other meaning of two nines is one of you needs to spend more time alone. Well, now, I'm wondering if this is, I think what comes to mind, first of all, we see the Lovers here, and the Lovers is a card of choice, okay? It's also a Mercury card, so I've got two Mercury cards here that have presented themselves. And so Mercury is a trickster, but Mercury is also about communications and thought processes, and how you comprehend and how you take in information and how you dispense information. But this Lover's card typically means that there's some kind of choice that needs to be made that's hanging over this whole thing. And the choice is between head or heart. All right? And we see this thing, and this to me always looks like a thorn, like there's some kind of division here. Sometimes this card can also be about the idea of melding the masculine and the feminine together as well. But I kind of sense that what is happening, or what may be happening for some of you, is this idea that perhaps maybe after a long time of being single, okay, so this card represents Virgo, and I don't know, kind of looking at your life through a long arc lens, perhaps, and finding some things for yourself, right? The Hermit is not only a scholar, but he's a teacher. And so this whole idea of maybe putting things on hold in your in the romantic front or the your personal relationships front, so that you can in effect kind of deal with the everyday things, right? And I do sense that for some of you, you have received the wish of financial, whatever the case may be, some kind of message. And typically whenever nights show up, this represents an event, okay? But the event is preceded by some kind of news or message. And that message moves the situation along. So I get the sense that some of you have been waiting on some kind of news for quite a long time. This may be about a second job or some kind of second financial opportunity. But it also says that you are, even though you got it, you're trying to juggle maybe these two things. Sometimes this card is about play. It's about having a good time, but not losing your balance. Okay, if that makes any sense. I do get the sense, though, that you guys are all at sea about two things you might be supposed to be doing. Okay. And then here is this Judgment card straight down the center. After this moment of isolation or contemplation or meditation or study or whatever the thing is, you recognize that this message that's come, it's going to bring you to a new place in your life. So it is judgment. And we're not necessarily speaking about a legal issue. That could be a possibility. What I think this judgment is trying to say is that when this message arrives for some of you, you're going to have to really be objective. You're going to have to take in the totality, all the facts and circumstances, be rational, be objective, and make the decision, okay? Because it really is about being called to a new life in some way, shape, or form, all right? Whenever the Knight of Pentacles shows up, he typically brings very, very good news. He's always a welcome sight. It may have taken a long time for this thing to occur, but it is coming. Usually the Pentacles represent years. So maybe 1 year or into 2021, we're going to be looking at this playing out. Okay. But I'm just kind of curious because I have 3 major arcana cards, one over the whole reading. But these hold more weight than these 3 cards here. Now, I can't look at this particular card because the Nine of Cups never tells me anything except it's the wish card. Okay, it never gives me any other information. It basically says that whatever you have wished for will be coming true at some point. So therefore, you do need to be careful about what you are wishing for. But I'm going to take a look to see if this Two of Pentacles means anything with this Hermit and or the Judgment card. I really can't look at the Knight of Pentacles. It is a court card. So I don't know if this is you studying, because he usually represents someone who's extremely studious, precise and exact, slow and plotting, but those particular characteristics always makes him a successful character, okay? So let me take a look to see if I can find this Two of Pentacles here. Now, I don't know if for some of you, this is saying that there's a new person coming in on the horizon. This person may be associated perhaps with the new, I don't know, financial opportunity, perhaps. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, any 5 before, after, the Hangman. Okay, so it tells me nothing here. Okay? Absolutely nothing. 2 twos tell of a commitment or an engagement. So let me take a look here to see if this Hermit can give me any extra information. It infers that you may be about to progress onto a new stage of life, but you may need to first remove any difficulties from a current situation in order to be able to make positive progress. That could be what that is. It implies that you may have recently experienced difficulties that resulted in loneliness and isolation. Maybe you had to choose between a relationship and a new job, and that new job may require you to actually move and or travel. It indicates that someone has completed an important part of their life's journey and indicates that goals have been attained. It implies that you should strive to divest yourself of thoughts of distrust and reservation, and it asks you to be more reliant and in control of events. This is especially true during times of worry or crisis. Help and assistance from others is available if needed. And there's the sign. Help is available. That flag there. Okay. Now, let me take a quick look at this Judgment card. And that is near the end. So, of the cycle, it is, the World is the card right after that. So this is, maybe there's 2 more things that you need to do before you can actually achieve this graduation, so to speak. Okay. Judgment indicates that now is a time when past efforts will yield positive rewards and results. It can also highlight injustices in your life and ask you to be inspired to work towards the future and accept the signs of material success will come later. It asks that you break away from conventional modes of thinking and listen to your own intuition. It is time to sum up your life in action so you know where they are leading you. As you sow, so shall you reap. It tells of work well done and a period of gestation, of warmth and anticipation of future successes. There is a focus on change and new developments, and it indicates that it is important to deal with matters that have previously been put aside in order to advance to new successes. It asks that you self-assess your life and lifestyle. It may be positive appraisal, and there is acceptance of the past and a sense of satisfaction and achievement. Remember, that's kind of what I was saying, is that you've been looking at your life or the trajectory of it through a very, very long lens, a long arc, in which case this is good. It often indicates that there will be significant changes, new relationships, new careers, new homes or residence, renewal, and spiritual development. If there is a legal judgment, this indicates that it will go in your favor and tells of new liberation and gives you guidance and vision. It states that there is no need for unwanted ties or bonds. And now let me look at this Lover's card for you, because this is what's over the whole reading. And so what I'm going to do is pull some Sabilas on that to see if I can get some more information. But the Lovers is, it is perceived most often time to represent soulmates or romantic relationships. However, we need to remember that we meet many different types of soulmates at different points in our life. So it's not always necessarily something romantic, okay? But it does tell of mutual love and people being well matched, mutual attractions, and implies relationships that are loving and that trials can be overcome. It may be indicating a new relationship will be successful and of deeper significance than previously experienced. If you are already involved in a relationship, this card shows that any problems will be overcome and that old bonds are still strong. It indicates a choice of 2 pathways or choices and the need to look carefully at your choices, as each choice leads to different future events and or outcomes. It asks that you select your path with care, as the outcome is very important, so be sure it is the one you truly wish to undertake. It implies that you have an important choice or choices to make, and implies that with careful consideration, any major decision should turn out positively. Consider everything carefully, as the outcome will be vitally important. You are asked to make firm decisions and then follow through with conviction. It asks that it tells that there is a need to learn how to handle responsibility and use your own deep feelings, so you will have the ability to help and comfort others. It implies that it may be a most opportune time to alter areas or aspects of your life that you are not completely satisfied with. In the context of a reading, this card may indicate problems solved and new projects embraced. Okay? Now, like I said, I'm not quite exactly sure, so I'm going to look at 2 cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this Lovers, and I'm going to look at the Hermit. Because I'm not quite sure. I think the Hermit feels like yourself, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but it also feels like another person. Okay? Almost as if whomever this other person is or will be will almost be like the mirror image of yourself or the other half of yourself. Okay? And so either whether this is a financial or career or house move kind of a thing, either way, there are choices that need to be made, right? So, the Hermit. The Lamante male. Ooh, the Domestico. And the L'Amica. Well, Virgo. And the plot thickens. All right, so let me look at this Lover's card. That's quite interesting. What I'm getting out of those three cards is that there is someone interested in you who is available for help, and I think you know this person. But right now, you guys are just friends. Okay? That's quite interesting. So let's look at the Lover's card. Or it is saying that because this Lamante is in the past position, I do sense that you do know this person. It may not be well, okay, but I think you've already crossed paths with them. The Il Nemico. The Dispiacere. Wow. What a strange trio of cards. And what this tells me, I don't know if this is telling me now that somebody has kind of put you in the friend zone. Okay? Maybe you were interested in somebody and they put you in the friend zone. Because this implies, this is the Il Nemico. And the Il Nemico is the rival of this guy. I have 3 knights here. A Knight of Cups, a Knight of Wands, and a Knight of Swords with a Knight of Pentacles. Hold on one second. That's a meaning. Let me grab my book. Hold on. Does that mean something? Let me see here. Oh my God. Can I find the right book? The right thing? See, that's why I need to be building my bookcases. 1 second, people, because that means something. Oh, where's my... Let me think. Just give me a second, y'all. Just let me think. That's not it. Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking. Where is it? Where is it? God. Wait, it might be over here. Hold on. This is interesting to me. And if not, I'm going to jump online right quick so I can get my... Wait, here it is. I think this is it. Hold on. I think this is it. Oh my God. The paper's falling away. 4 knights. Let me see here. 2 knights appearing in a... 4 knights suggest verbal and or physical violence and extreme abuse. Well, this could be talking about a previous person who really did upset you in the sense that they broke trust and broke faith with you. And so the choice now, I think, really is that there is going to be somebody new coming in. But this is what may prevent you, okay, from taking this person up on their offer, or at least getting to know this person. So that whole idea of, I think both you and he perhaps have been alone or single, whereas this is not only about you being single, this is about you being rather distant towards having relationships with another male. But it's all due to this, okay? And so that whole idea of being asked to leave your past behind is very prominent, because I do get the sense that somebody wonderful is going to be coming your way. Of course, you are free to do whatever you want, but that's the choice. Okay, and maybe now that I'm looking at this, it could be saying that this person is on their way. They're going to be moving to where you are. Okay, I mean, it could play out any number of ways. So formulate your question for the Golden Nostradamus card. Wow. That is really incredible. Okay. Here we go. Number 22. It is the tree. And I always like to see that card come out. It says, if you cannot have what you want, then settle for what you can. Okay? The stability of the tree advises caution. It is not the right time to change or to take risk. Save your energy and seek stability in the mind and body. And I think what this is saying is that I think you are conflicted about whether or not you should change. I don't know if this is the idea that someone is, again, there's two stories here, that someone has put you in the friend zone, in which case, try not to go on the rebound, because that's going to backfire. If you cannot have what you want, then settle for what you can. But it also advises caution, okay? And so maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm going to take this job and I'm going to move or what have you, or I'm going to, anybody new that comes in, I'm going to, put them in the friend zone. I think this can go any number of ways. I just think you need to be strong, like the tree, have deep roots, okay? In other words, know exactly what you are feeling. Go very in depth and look at your your judgment in terms of what do you really want out of a relationship for yourself, okay? And then make that decision. So I know that may be kind of confusing to you guys, but there's lots going on in that reading, and there's not else more I can get out of it that will require personal reading. You can click on the I, which comes up there, if you want to book a reading. And no, you don't have to be a member of the website to book a reading. You just go to the website, find tarot consultations, and book a reading. And so that's what I have for you for December. That's quite interesting. And I don't even know if this is somebody from the past coming back. Could be somebody who, So, again, think carefully and trust what your intuition is saying. All right. So until next time, I want you guys to stay safe and namaste.